Backseat Drivers time. Good evening and welcome to Backseat Drivers number 18 for 2023. This week we discuss about how Alex Pallou's doing his best Max Verstappen impression, and Rob will explain why we've got Gil down in the bottom corner, because he did explain it to me earlier on in the week, but I've forgotten why we put it in there. But for that and many more topics, obviously Rob is here to chat away with me.
Hi.
Let's catch out the person who's looking down.
I was cutting some cheese.
And while Matt's got a mouthful of drink, we'll introduce him because professionalism.
Yes.
And Buffy's here, and okay, he's taking a sip of drink as well. So
G'day.
yeah,
It's drinks break.
We're all ready to go tonight.
Yeah.
Professionalism at its best. So, where do we want to kick off?
Let's talk cheese.
While everyone's on the cheese, which, funnily enough, there was a big cheese billboard there at Road America on the weekend.
Yes. There's also a big sausage one too.
Some kind of they're definitely into their food there.
Well, it is cheese country over there.
Yeah. So, what I want to
I want to see if we can actually convert this whole podcast, video podcast, whatever it's called, into an IndyCar only chat.
Ooh.
It's way more exciting than F1.
Yeah, and once again, the F1 race wasn't bad, but
It wasn't good.
I'm glad I watched F1 first. Like it was a decent race, but if I watched it after IndyCar, it would have been much more boring.
which I watched them that way around.
Yeah,
I watched the same. I did, Rob. I watched F1 first, and then I watched IndyCar, and actually, technically, I watched two IndyCar races because I had to catch up on Detroit as well.
Double the fun.
I did double. I did double Indy. Indy this week.
I watched F1 and forgot everything.
yeah. I'm assuming
F1 or
I just forgot everything. After watching F1, you just forget everything.
Well, something happened. I
Max
remember.
I assume Max won. I think I remember Max winning.
I remember George whinging about people he doesn't like driving around and then putting it into the wall on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe one of the people he doesn't trust is himself.
Well, that's. I forget what was there's like it was people that you can't trust because they're unpredictable or something.
Or, yeah, something like that. Like,
he worded it more eloquently than me because he uses proper English. Where
He's British.
He's British. So you would expect him to use proper English.
Whereas I mash together words and sometimes people understand me.
But the Aussie way.
He's quite unpredictable. Most of the other guys would probably, I'd imagine he'd be one of the worst ones to kind of cruise around with.
Yeah.
Hi, Jared.
Okay, so F1 did happen. We all agree on that. Yeah,
we all agreed on that.
Yep.
I was hoping for there to be a little bit more action, but still there was the mid pack always produces. That's the only thing about F1. The mid pack can still produce.
I can't even remember what happened in the mid pack anymore.
Albon
did fantastic.
Oh,
the quality was great.
He blocked everybody. He couldn't let anybody pass. That thing was even though he
like a lion.
I was going to say like an old person on the freeway, not letting anyone get past.
Yeah.
No, but that
was signs. That was signs in qualifying.
That's true.
What was with that strat? Like,
I don't know.
Well,
it
almost seemed like he was trying to move over to the right lane with his blinker on for the left lane while sitting in the middle of the road.
Looking the other way, is he? Yeah. And then the other one not getting a lap in qualifying and ending up. What was he made it to Q2, but
Leclerc.
No, Perez.
Dave's mate.
Who?
Perez.
Best friend.
I don't even know about Perez.
still has a job.
I don't even know where Freeze finished.
I think he finished sixth.
I thought it was fifth. Because what was there? Alonso and the two Ferraris in front. Oh, Hamilton and in front.
I feel like
no, he finished sixth. He finished sixth. Sainz finished fifth. Ferrari was 4-5.
I feel like Zhou's come out of the woodwork and people actually see him now, and Perez has taken his place and just has disappeared into the mid pack.
Yeah, it's like what's the point of having two cars? I mean, if he's going to do that bad, you may as well get like Latifi and actually make some money out of the seat.
Yeah,
without being.
We have Latifi later.
I am excited.
He's done a hot lap for us to give us a preview.
You're the only person who's been able to get in contact with him lately.
Yeah. Nobody seems to get in contact.
I've spent a lot of time, and as we know, last week he didn't do a very good job. No. So I spoke to him and said, Latifi, can you do a little bit further this time?
Yeah.
And he said, I will try my very best. He sent me a video. Now, Dave hasn't even watched it, so it's going to be a surprise to him as well. But he has assured me that he has done a better lap this time.
The suspense.
I know. It's crazy.
Also, Dave, what was the unsportsmanlike foul that Norris? Because I tried getting someone on the internet tried explaining it, and it's basically it's a very loosely worded rule that no one follows, except today one of the judges decided, I'm not having a good day at home. Screw this kid for no reason in particular.
I think this stems from the problem because they've got different stewards at each race. So sometimes you don't get that consistency. And there was talk of them enforcing this slowing down or whatever to get your gaps when you're double stacking in the pits. But they've generally ignored it. And then someone decided, hey, I'm going to enforce that this weekend. Or possibly they've been given a direction that, hey, we want to, and this is the first time it's really come up this year. I can't think of another incident, and then maybe it is that there has been a directive, hey, we want to enforce this one. And this is the first time it's really come up this year. And the problem is the wording of it, it falls under unsportsmanlike behaviour or whatever rather than an actual...
It should have said safety car. Yeah, it should have just been safety car violation or something.
Was it a 5-second penalty?
Yes,
it was 5, yeah.
Well, so that's pretty much what he was trying to do, was trying to give himself a penalty to start with by slowing down 5 seconds.
Yeah, but you're holding back all the other guys.
Yeah, don't worry about them.
But who's behind him, Dave? No one important.
No.
It's not that, but it doesn't matter. Just the fact that he actually slowed everybody down.
Because he was saying that every other team's done it, and then basically every other team's done it, and like you said, he just happened to be the one that got caught this time.
I think without getting into supercars too much, there's the one that always gets brought up, the 2019 Bathurst, where Coulthard did it to the extreme. Like, he was pissed off that the team had basically said, you've got double stack, can you slow down, or whatever. And he did it to the extreme to make it look really, really obvious. And everyone forgets about the 700 times it happened before where every other team does the same thing, and that, because that is the worst one ever that anyone's ever done. Whereas I think this was probably Norris slowed down a bit too much.
Yeah.
Which was...
he did say that he didn't even get the call to go into the pits till... Yeah, no, but they supposedly they didn't give him a call to come into the pits till after he'd already slowed down anyway.
Has that actually been verified, or is that just we're trying to get out of trouble here?
Well, it should be verifiable.
So because they've got all the team radios.
Yeah. Is this like when Lewis said something like that, and then they mashed up the team radio and went, oh, no, you knew that the yellow flags were out and you weren't allowed to pass, truly.
Yeah.
And then the team manager or whatever got fired.
Speaking of team managers, how's Ferrari's new team manager going? He's pulled out of the weeds. Like,
He's probably going to keep his job.
yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't been fired
Yeah.
already. They should bring. I can't even remember the last guy's name anymore. Glasses,
Belden,
curly hair.
Marathi,
Oh,
Mario something.
Mario.
Benotto.
Mario
Benotto.
Mattia
Mario
Benotto.
Benotto.
Oh, whatever. He's Mario.
They change so
Mario
often.
Benotto brothers.
So it's okay when the ethnic guy says racist
Yeah.
things.
It's racist. Yeah.
No. I'm ethnic. I can say that stuff about other people.
That's why we have Boogie
Yeah.
on the team.
Yeah.
You got to have that one ethnic guy.
Yeah.
That
We
way you
call
can get
him
away with it.
token.
You need the token. Yes, you need the token ethnic guy. But yeah,
So F1 happened. Max
F1
won,
happened. Max won.
and people got points.
Yeah.
Rob, I believe
Yes.
I did quite well this weekend by getting absolutely no points.
Yes.
On the tipping, yes, I believe you
Yeah.
got nothing. I should
Look,
actually have that open.
I'm going to do wild cards every week. I think I'm either going to get 0 points or maximum points.
Yeah.
I feel like picking Esteban has made me just pick the wild cards.
Yeah. Solid 0. You did pick Russell and Stroll and Sainz.
Wait, didn't Russell finish third?
No, Russell finished in the wall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he did too.
He crashed and then his brakes stopped working.
That's right. Why did I think he finished? Oh no, wishful thinking. That's right. Because once I saw I got 0, I tried to think in my mind, no, Rob got it wrong, not me.
F1 got it wrong.
How could me, the F1 genius, get that wrong? It's definitely someone else's fault.
So Bobby's got like a 3-point lead.
Ferrari team, because I blame everyone else for my problems but myself.
At least I'm doing it
But no picks this week because we don't have a race this week.
next week.
Yeah, why is there no race this week?
No, I don't understand why IndyCar and F1 seem to be on the same schedule.
Because what have we got a week off and then we've got them both again the week after?
Yeah. They should have staggered the races. It would have been so much better.
They should talk to each other and it fills
So
out our content a lot better.
Yeah.
Because then we don't have to complain each time how good the IndyCar race was in
So
comparison.
Dave, what you're saying is you'd want Latifi to do a practice lap this week and then next weekend maybe do another practice lap.
Yeah.
Well, you could do like Stingray Rob practice lap or something.
Whoa.
Or maybe a Grosjean.
Yes.
Because now Grosjean's not only combining the crashing, he's also combining that with no fucking pace.
Yeah.
Whereas at least at the start of the year, he was doing the crashing or getting in the way or whatever Grosjean things, but he had a lot of pace at the start of the year.
Now he's just spinning off in the back by himself.
I know.
Who's his teammate again? Is it Stingray?
And then he gets airborne too.
No,
He gets
he's
airborne as well.
Yeah, Herder,
Herder.
Kurt Kirkwood, and the
Herder was at the
Devlin
front.
Di Francesco.
Yeah.
Except for Herder should have won except for the fucked up strategy.
Oh no.
Why do they bring him a lap early?
What about Marcus Ericsson? They brought him in. Oh no, they left him out. He was running second or third.
Yeah.
They left him out while everyone else pitted, and then they gambled on getting a yellow flag later on. And once they pitted him, he came out near the back, and that was it.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rob, do you know who Peter Ericsson's biggest rival in IndyCar is?
Peter Ericsson.
Or what's his name?
Marcus Ericsson.
Marcus Ericsson. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter Nokia. I'll see myself out.
There's the dad jokes.
Yeah.
But did you see the replay of Grosjean going over the curb and that, and the car flying up?
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
that looks cool.
That's why I think
So
we've
Bruce
decided
might think-
IndyCar is better. Lewis would
not
never
just
do
that.
that.
The
Lewis
cars
doesn't have
fly.
the ball.
The cars fly. There's more overtaking. And
Yeah.
I think F1 needs to bring back refueling.
I don't know if that's going to
No,
help.
they need
though.
to bring back ramps, Boovy, so Lewis can just be like,
Oh, you mean the sausage? You mean the sausage curbs?
Yeah. Sausage curbs
Oh
everywhere.
yeah.
Oh.
You can go on
Yeah,
a couple of wheels and stuff.
Yeah.
The whole surround of the track should be a big sausage curb all the way around.
Yeah.
That'll stop track limits.
So when George goes off,
Yeah.
He goes off.
Flying into all.
Yeah.
Did you see the what was it, one of the support races with the sports cars? They showed it during the telecast where I think it was the BMW on the slowest corner on the track actually jumped over the other guy's hood, landed on the curb, landed on the barrier, floored it, got off, and still managed to drive it.
Was that
And he
IndyCar?
got a bonus point.
No,
right?
that was the sports car.
Okay.
Car.
Yeah, but that's the IndyCar race.
Yeah, it was at the IndyCar race at Detroit.
Yeah, so I think that was IMSA.
oh yeah,
IMSA,
Yeah.
IMSA.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen a lot of IndyCar. I can comment this week on IndyCar.
You're converting everyone one person at a time.
One person at a
Yeah.
time. No, I've converted back to IndyCar. And also,
Yeah.
I like the Sky coverage a lot better than the NBC coverage. Because
Yeah.
they actually still show everything during there's no commercial. Even though NBC will go to a commercial break,
Yeah.
Sky still continues on. They've got one of their British guys commenting on what's been happening during the race, and then it feeds back into the IndyCar.
Yeah. Where are you watching it through?
yeah.
I have my methods.
All right.
He's got secret Turkish VPN.
Because Stan,
What's Turkish for Nord?
Nord.
It's just Nord.
Nord.
It's like Surfshark. We'll still call it Surfshark.
other VPNs are available.
Of course they are.
If anyone wants to sponsor us.
It doesn't have to be those ones. It could be any other one.
Actually,
Or
I
Raid
think
Shadow Legends. Or Raid
trying to get
Shadow
us-
Legends.
yeah.
Hopefully we can get that. Hopefully we can get that.
I'm
as
trying to get a
sponsor.
cheese sponsorship tonight.
Are you?
I'm drinking fancier drinks tonight to bring the classy up to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, mine's almost like the off-label Mount Franklin.
Oh. Some of us have gone to Costco this week.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Didn't buy any
Went to
cheese
Costco.
though.
cup of tea.
Plain water bottle.
I don't want the rest of this cheese now.
Why? You don't want to waste it, do you?
Welcome
No,
back to back cheese drivers. where
Yeah.
we discuss cheese.
Well,
Where we
reviewing
discuss
cheese.
everything but racing.
Yeah.
Cheese and drinks.
Cheese and drinks. Yeah.
Not funny.
Rob's going to tell us his favourite charcuterie board setup.
Yummy.
Now, one thing I did want to discuss that's a pressing issue.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll get into willpower and punching people. Ganassi's driver lineup for next year.
Yeah.
At the moment, they've got Scott Dixon locked away.
Yeah.
Who's currently doing the worst out of the main guys.
Yep.
And then they've got Armstrong. We don't know what's happening with him. Pillow, who's supposed to be going to McLaren.
Yep.
And then Ericsson, that we won't sign or bother trying to sign him until we actually know what Pillow's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the potentially, which Ganassi, Andretti is sniffing around at Ericsson.
Yep.
And then you've got McLaren probably taking Pillow.
Yeah.
The best team could potentially have no
drivers.
You're left with just Scott Dixon.
I think
wow.
Armstrong's going to be decent, though.
Yeah, but whether like Armstrong brings a budget, whether there is someone else, trying to talk to him and go, hey, instead of taking
Ganassi.
your millions of dollars to Ganassi, do you want to buy for a part-time gig? Do you want to buy a full-time ride with us?
Yeah.
So
I reckon there'll be a
might
few.
not have any drivers.
I reckon he could get a driver or two if he really wanted to.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm
Maybe,
sure there's plenty of.
maybe the goat might go there.
Well,
He's got
that'd
money.
be nice. He's got
The
money.
goat.
Latifi.
well,
Latifi.
it's funnily enough, Latifi was linked to the seat Armstrong's in
Oh, okay.
now.
I'm all of a sudden interested in Indy racing for no apparent reason. Tell me more about this Gaddafi seat that I keep hearing about now.
So I just find that very interesting that they kind of like it'll all probably work out. And my gut feel right now is that Palou ends up actually staying at Ganassi.
Yeah.
And then they'll find a way of signing Ericsson to a contract rather than Ericsson paying. And then Armstrong will fall in line and probably buy the ride for the whole year. But at the moment, you're just looking, it could kind of implode. And they're left with Dixon, who, although he's doing pretty well, he hasn't threatened all year.
Yeah.
Like he's been finishing, like fifth, sixth or whatever, but he's never like Dixon in like fifth position. Normally, you're like, fuck, here we go. This guy's going to win this race easy.
Yeah.
But this year, it's just been like Dixon's in fifth. Like, when's he going to just all of a sudden magically pop up in the lead and drive away? And he just has not done that. He's just stayed in that kind of mid to back half of the top 10.
Yeah, so he was fourth at Road America.
Yeah, but he never looked like he was in that front bunch, even though he was fourth.
He never looked like he was going to get to reach the guys at the front. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, it was just he wasn't making any gains. It was just
and that was like even at the 500, like he was fifth or sixth, I think, in the 500.
Yeah,
but while Palou and Ericsson were battling for the lead, he was always kind of there. But you were just expecting like, okay, Dixon will make a run for it in the last 50 laps or whatever, and that just never happened. And then Ganassi, essentially the best team, is then all of a sudden left with the third best driver. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're bringing in, say, newer drivers. Because you're also, where do you go? Like, Grosjean gets the ask from Andretti for Ericsson to come in and say, you're not going to pick up a Grosjean.
Oh, hell no.
Even Latifi would possibly get there like Ericsson did, but it will take multiple years.
Yep.
If you pick up a guy from F2 or even you pick up Ilott, it's still,
I'd like to see Ilott in a decent car.
Oh, definitely.
Wow. What about the guys? What about the Indy Lights guys? Any youngsters coming up from there?
Yeah, well, there is, and you've got Lundqvist not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to essentially throw them into the best car to go and win the championship is probably
Yeah, fair enough. So basically, if you're going to get anybody, you got to pin somebody it's either going to be F2, ex-Formula 1 driver, or even a WEC driver.
Dan's available.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, I'd love to see Dan there with.
I reckon
Will Power, Scott McLaughlin, Newgarden.
Right. I know the whole Australian / seven-state drivers all together in the one thing, and Dan would just mix it up.
You mean Tasmania, Bobby, or New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Yeah. Okay, just checking because
Tasmania's the 8th.
No, Tasmania's the 6th state. What are you talking about? New Zealand 7.
Hey,
okay, fair enough.
What about Van Gisberg for IndyCar?
Ooh. I don't know.
He's too busy doing NASCAR.
He's too busy. He's doing NASCAR.
I'm keen to see. Do you know when this is actually happening?
Not this weekend. Next weekend.
Okay, sweet.
So
we'll have it.
First weekend of July, the 3rd or something. Chicago.
Street circuit.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's going to be interesting.
That's
going to be
to
fun.
Pick Van Gisbergen for a debut race, and it's not like even them going to Sonoma or Watkins Glen, where all the other drivers are like, this is the first time NASCAR's been on a street circuit.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time to jump in and
I reckon he'll do really well there.
Someone will probably take him out. Yeah,
because
but he'll show how quick he is.
Will he do a Marcus Ambrose? Dominate on the road courses.
But see, when Marcus was there, they were still bringing in, like when Marcus did the truck series or whatever.
Yeah.
He did the like NASCAR race at Watkins Glen, I think. And I think he might have won it. One of the times he won it was before he was a proper NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
When he was in,
the trucks.
I think it might have been when it was nationwide.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if anyone wants to look at the stats.
Well, don't we have Stats Man already on the two? We've got Groovy and then Ricardo in the stands, ready to take his job.
His first win was at Watkins Glen in 2011.
Yeah.
And then he won his last win in 2012.
He would have been full-time NASCAR in 2011, wouldn't he?
Okay, first win was 2008 Zippo 200, but that was in NASCAR Infinity, the Xfinity Series.
Oh, okay. So he won it in...
He won it then. So he did a couple of years in the lower things, lowers first, and then he went up to NASCAR Cup, and then he won 2 races there as well.
Which were both Watkins Glen, weren't they?
Yes, they were, 2011 and 2012.
Yeah.
It was the hella... Oh, my God. You had the name of the races. It was the hella good sour cream dips at the Glen. That was the name of the race.
Sounds like a rob event.
That was the 2011 one. The 2012 one. The 2012 one was the Finger Lakes 355 at the Glen.
What?
Yeah.
NASCAR.
I just had a look. Frankie Muniz is still sitting in second place in the ARCA series.
Oh, nice.
He hasn't had a win. It's all like finish 11, 6, 9, 8, 6, 6.
Rob, how many people are in the that NASCAR competition?
73.
So you're saying that he's not in the middle of the ladder?
He's second from the top.
So he's not like Malcolm
in the middle, yeah.
Ah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Definitely a 5-second penalty for that.
Yeah.
Sure. Like there's dad jokes, and it's starting to get really bad with the dad jokes.
Where's Maddie in the middle?
I've moved up a spot.
I think that he's one of the few that's running the whole series, though, isn't he?
He'd be able to pay
I think
for
so.
it.
I think there's few. But
but it's not like there's 70 guys running the whole season.
That'd be like part timers.
Looks like there's 9 who are running. Have run all 6 races so far.
Yeah. So it's still not easy, and he's still finishing quite up the front of the field.
Yeah, it's consistency, I guess.
Yeah.
But the guy who's leading's had 3 wins.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's only 13 points behind him.
Oh wow, that's all right.
Wow.
Is that how many? Is that a lot of points in?
243 to 230.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There's 6 races.
Cool.
So it's very close.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not like IndyCar.
So it's not like in F1 where Max is 400 points already in front.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Which is season over. I mean, he could take a nap for a bit. When IndyCar, 400 points is nothing.
Because everybody gets a point.
Everyone gets a point. Maybe that's why Latifi should go to IndyCar, because then at least you'll get a point.
You'll see. Martin Truex Jr. in NASCAR is currently sitting on 2,026 points.
What?
Holy crap! How
They
many
just
races
give
do they
out
have?
points for turning up.
Yes.
But he's not.
What's your
He's
name?
actually,
Dave.
hang on. He's on
What's going on here?
I'm very confused here. Wait, hang on. Oh, hang on. Wait,
It doesn't take
sorry,
much.
that's projected playoff. This
Big
is really
numbers are
confusing.
confusing Rob.
Yes,
No, because they got a points. So no, sorry. Martin Truex has got 525 points, but they got a projected points of 226 for the playoffs. Because of course, there's a playoff series in NASCAR.
But don't they also
America.
then reset the playoff guys to like 6,000 points or something?
Or something like
so
that.
rather than
they've got to start again. Yeah.
I think
but everyone keeps their points, but the 12 or whatever in the chase jump up a heap of points.
Yeah.
Rather than going like, all you other guys are out of the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just
very...
go, you all get reset on like 1 million points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey Rob,
very, very
I've got a projected points for Max Verstappen. He gets another 250 points for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
which takes him to winning. That's just my crazy prediction.
How many more races is there for the year?
10.
10 races.
Is it only 10 more to go?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
4 sprint races.
Pick a number between 1 and 10 of which race Max won't finish. From mechanical failure or something.
Mechanical failure.
There's got to be at least one mechanical failure.
I reckon Spa. I'm calling Spa.
Yeah. I hope he's really far out in front as well. Like just like nearly lapping the field.
The way the Red Bulls are, they're going to be they should be like rockets at Spa.
One of the Red Bulls.
Sorry, correct. Yeah, you're right. One of them.
Booby, one of them will be a rocket and one of them will be Perez.
Yeah.
which I believe is Spanish for wonky trolley with broken front wheel.
Mid-pack.
Hey, do you reckon they'll let him win Mexico?
Well, we discussed this last week. They want him to, Boovy, and Max will be like, you know what? I don't care that I'm 150,000 points in front. I don't care for anyone. My dad said that everyone's against me and screw the lot of you. Now, out of my way.
Do you know how Carlos has Smooth Operator or sings Smooth Operator? Do you reckon we'll hear Max singing Rocket Man?
Do you reckon he sings to himself when he's so far in front? He just gets bored and he just learns.
What do you mean? Didn't you hear him? Didn't you hear him? He was laughing when he said, "Oh shit, I went over the curb. Hopefully that doesn't stuff up my race." And he was laughing afterwards as well.
Well, did he laugh after he killed the bird?
No, the bird. He goes, I think I hit a bird.
Yeah.
He goes, I think I hit a bird, and the next thing you know, he's driven around, still good fit. The car, it didn't even affect the car at all, even though the bird was stuck in the brake in some duct somewhere, and the car was still going strong.
Well,
this is like Hamilton.
There?
Sorry,
I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but Toto put that bird there.
Probably it's probably a remote. Who knows? It might have been one of those mind controlled. You know how conspiracy theories.
Toto sent the bird out to check for the aerodynamics, and then Adrian Newey just said to him, he goes, "Ha ha ha! No bird will stop my aerodynamics," and then he threw the bird out. Totally happened.
Sounds plausible.
Bird game 23.
I'm pretty sure this is what happened at Le Mans. Someone threw an animal out and hit the Toyota, making them
threw an animal out.
I don't think it got thrown out. I'm pretty sure a Ferrari employee pushed it out and let it run in front of the Toyota. I can't remember what kind of animal it was. Wait
a second. There is motorsport on this weekend. I realise there is.
There.
Is it the Turkish?
No.
Turkish Formula Grand Prix.
Pikes Peak.
Are we able to watch that?
Yeah, you can't really watch it.
I think
you can
so.
Bits, but
it's on. It's something to watch. Time trial going up a mountain and seeing which car's going to be the fastest.
It sucks since they've paved the whole thing.
Yeah,
I know the dirt at the top was awesome. You got to see the
this...
rooster tails, everything that sort of stuff with the dirt coming off. But now, like they've paved it all, it's like you can see the records just tumble.
It was a squirrel that the Toyota hit.
A squirrel. And you reckon Ferrari put it out there?
Yeah, because it caused the Toyota was leading and it caused them to go in and have to fix parts of the car, which cost them like 4 or 5 minutes or something, putting them behind. So yeah, we're pretty sure it had a little Ferrari badge on it. Does it run out?
Although technically, I reckon out of all the cars,
Well,
out of how they had all the cars racing and that
yeah.
at Le Mans, the NASCAR, that was brilliant.
Yeah, that's cool.
The noise was making that, and people complaining at the campsite saying it was making too much noise at night and they couldn't get to sleep.
Waking them up every 4 minutes.
So every time they
Usually
went around,
to sleep.
They usually passed out. From what I've heard.
You think so? You would think so, depending on how much they've consumed.
Yeah. I did hear rumors that they were looking at trying to get a kind of a NASCAR class at Le Mans in the future, like a class just of those cars.
That's definitely what the French need: more Americans in their.
Well, Americans. Well, I think Americans have seen it now, and people are already trying to book. Apparently, they're already trying to book for next year now.
Yeah,
I think that's a good thing, though.
I think the hypercar classes helped, like especially having so many manufacturers and so many like varied manufacturers as well.
Like you got Peugeot,
Cadillac, Porsche.
They did all right.
Porsche didn't do well at all.
Yeah, Toyota.
Yeah, so it's a nice big varied mix of cars.
Was Bentley in there, or they only did the GT classes?
Yeah, they might have been in GTE, but I don't know if they were this year.
When's Mazda coming back, Rob?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Thursday. Oh no, it is Thursday. Maybe next Thursday. I don't think
they're just lining up their CX3s.
Yeah,
they're reliable cars, Dave.
They don't
go very fast, but
you can't have the open top prototypes anymore. So it's no use Mazda being there because the only sports car they have is the MX-5.
Yeah,
I was thinking like a just redone. What was it? 767.
Yeah, 787 or 767.
787B.
Yeah.
Just get that and put an extra rotor in it or two, and then put an electric motor there, and then you're done. That's easy, right?
Yeah. We'll build one in your backyard.
Did I post the video of the 767 I saw?
No.
Like in your dreams or in a game?
No, I saw it in real life.
Oh,
okay.
Let me see if I can find it, download it, stick it in the videos.
The Boeing 767.
No, it was the Mazda 767. It was the one before the 787.
Well, were you at the airport and you saw a 747?
It was painted in green, red, and white, like the renowned colours.
Were you? Oh, Rob, were you listening
Did you
to
know?
AM radio and it was 774?
Was it 777?
I don't know how many more of these I've got.
Was it a 777? Or is it a 7?
Were you late at night looking for some food and you were at a 7-Eleven?
Maybe. I needed to get myself a hot dog. Needed a hot dog.
While you're waiting.
Keep talking.
Dave,
the livery on the.
I think we should present Gotifi doing his lap.
Time for the lap?
People want to see it.
Well,
if they don't want to see it, they need to see it.
It's lap time.
Lights out and away we go! No, Nicholas Latifi has crashed.
Shit, sorry, I can't do more than that, guys.
If you only could hit an apex.
I know.
It's almost like I keep using that same soundbite over and over again, and we'll continue to use those soundbites over and over again.
I like how he needs the racing line on.
Well, he's he needs everything on. And you may notice he took some of those corners way too wide.
Yeah, he completely missed the apex.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's really hard to record and drive at the same time and not crash.
So are you holding the camera while you're doing that?
No. Windows has got a recording function.
So,
I mean, Latifi's got a recording function. He's got a camera in his helmet. He records everything. I don't know how he turns on the racing line because that's clearly real life and not Formula One 2018. But definitely does that. And I definitely didn't go on YouTube just to constantly typing in F1 commentators mention Latifi because there's not a lot of it. It's very hard to get Latifi voice work.
Oh, great. Well, even in the F1 game.
Oh no, they don't mention him. I don't think
really. Wow.
They don't have him in 2018.
Oh yeah, sorry, he didn't start till 2019, was it?
2020 or something. And yeah, I'm not going to purchase any.
You're not playing as Kubica, are you? I mean,
no,
that's not actually Kubica playing.
No, that's a Williams car, and then
I'm pretty sure
a driver called Matt.
Kubica.
And then a driver called Matt, because I don't know if you're aware, Rob, but now I'm a sponsored driver of the Booby race team.
Yes.
Now that I have a steering wheel, I can bring quality produce for Dave and this podcast.
No.
Nice.
I've uploaded the Mazda video. If you want to watch it. It's only 9 seconds and it's a bit blurry to start with.
Let's go.
It's good enough. Oh, you should have given us a bit of warning. You should have given us a bit of warning with the headphones.
Yeah, sorry. It was very loud. It was a good weekend. That was World Time Attack many years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Up in Sydney. There was that. There was also Mad Mike Widet's quad rotor RX-7 up there as well, which sounded amazing.
Is that the one that's still going now?
Yeah, probably.
I think I saw him on. I think Bobby, what's it called? This or that? Didn't he have one? He was on. He was on one of those.
Yeah, he would have been. Yeah, he definitely was. Like I think they did one race, but I think they did 2 rotors against each other. Because you got Rod Dam's. You've got his quad rotor as well.
Oh, there's a few quad rotors, is there?
Yeah, there's quite a few. Even Adam LZ is doing one in a Supra.
Oh.
So there's quite a few of them.
I remember when someone suggested someone should put an LS1 in a Golf because someone had both those parts available to him, and he said no. I believe he said no, Matt. And if my name's not Booby, I'm definitely not doing this. That sounds like a ridiculous idea, Matt. Why would I want to be cool and drive down Sydney Road in a LS1, Mark IV Golf?
Yeah. The World Time.
It actually would have fitted. It actually would have fit the LS1 engine. The right way.
I didn't say it, Booby, because I say stupid ideas. I save them for later.
Yeah. that World Time Attack, the cars are lapping Sydney Motorsport Park 10 seconds quicker than a V8 supercar.
Yeah, because the aero they have, it's nuts.
But with street tyres.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Street tyres.
Street tyres, yeah.
They're grooved.
Yeah, but the compound's softer than what they've got on V8 supercars.
Yeah. No, they're not.
They were throwing them in the bin after one lap.
Yeah, they're destroying them.
So, the wear indicator, the thing I've got on the tyres? You know how it says 100? Yeah. These things are probably like 20.
They're Yokohama Advance tyres.
Okay, I thought they would have been.
So they are street tyres, but they're like the stickiest.
The softest of the top.
Yeah. No wider than 265s.
Really? Is that it?
Yeah. And two-wheel drive. So that's for four-wheel drive, and two-wheel drives are 295s.
Oh, that's only on the rears, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Advan A050s.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that event still going?
I think so. Yeah, it is. September 1st.
I haven't heard much of it.
No. It's a really good couple of days. Yeah,
Well,
because you
time
can wander
attack, yes.
around. You can wander through all the pits and everything while they're doing stuff, and constantly cars on the track. And
Here we go. World Time Attack, Friday the 1st and Saturday 2nd of September.
yeah,
Ooh.
Whereabouts? At Eastern Creek still?
yeah.
Yeah, Eastern Creek.
Oh.
So, as they
Hey,
call it
would
now,
backseat
Sydney
drivers have
Motorsport
made
Park.
enough money to go there?
Maybe.
Or are we still
I'm
in
just-
negative dollars?
It
I
wasn't.
know
Well-
it's
Actually,
negative.
we flew up and hired a car for the weekend, and it actually didn't turn out that expensive. It was
Mm.
reasonably
Well,
priced weekend
Hey, you know
away.
what I'm hearing?
General admission,
Rob's
I'm looking
paying
at
for our
pricing.
trip.
I'm looking at general admission passes for 2 days is $137.
Yeah,
The VIP experience
Yep.
is $616.
Nope.
no,
Then,
no.
and you've got the ultimate experience for $1,126. But it includes accommodation and
That
other stuff as well.
It does say it's ideal for regional, interstate, and international visitors. We are interstate.
Yes, we are.
We
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Saturday accommodation at the Mercure Hotel, Blacktown.
Oh, Blacktown.
That's not
Okay.
because there is a hotel across the road from the
Yeah.
circuit.
I stayed at Rudy Hill RSL.
Cool
Ooh.
story.
Cool story. Very awesome.
Great name. And yeah, that's just around the corner. It was like a 5-minute drive from the track, and
Nice.
we got to play poker machines with middle-aged Singapore women.
I think you're going to say we got
It's
to
quite
play
funny.
Pokemon.
No,
Okay,
no
I just looked-
Pokemon.
Let's see.
Yeah.
You got to catch them
Seems-
all.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm just looking at the contestants for this year. Tim Slade is actually going to be racing in it.
Back again.
Who?
Tim Slade.
Slade.
Okay. Yeah.
Team Hammerhead. In the S13 Trivia.
I don't even know most of the people who are going.
So I think Rob's going up, VIP for one, and he's going to film
Yeah.
everything for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A live cross.
Yeah.
Live cross. Maybe I do want to go again, but I don't know when.
How about this year, Rob? It's been
Yeah.
sorted.
I
Bobby's
need
already
my
told you for $1,000 you can go.
I need my time attack buddy. But he lives
Bobby's free.
overseas. Bobby doesn't drink though. That's my problem.
Yeah, you need a designated driver.
You need a designated driver.
whoever's most sober.
Yeah, Bobby. Problem solved.
I'm the most sober.
Always.
Always sober, Bobby.
True.
Always sober.
Oh God, there's a Hyundai i20N competing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's in the club sprint, the lower classes.
Lower classes, yeah. Tim Slade's
Yeah.
actually doing a couple of classes there.
Yeah,
So it
Is
looks
he
all right.
driving the Mazda CX-3?
you could
No.
do it.
You could do
Is
it in the
anyone
Mazda
driving a
CX-3.
CX-3?
No, there's a
I'm very
Porsche
hesitant.
968.
Oh, nice.
Here's your
Almost-
opportunity, Matt.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
Rob,
But will
you...
you-
take my CX-3 up there and we'll put some backseat driver stickers on it. And when
Yeah.
you come first, tell everyone
Yeah.
you were sponsored by backseat drivers.
I will. I'll just drive. I got to walk around the car park sticking backseat driver stickers on everyone's cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
They love it when you put it. Yeah,
I'll get the paper ones and just stick it on the panels.
yeah, the ones that don't come off easily.
The one that
Yeah.
come off is-
Yeah. And then I can
Uh,
sell them some backseat driver citrus.
Yeah,
Degrees
you
up.
can oil.
or the orange stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Orange stuff is good. What happened
All
with
right.
that? Shall we finally do my F2 report?
I think we should.
Yeah.
It's been a
This
while.
is not a pre-recorded thing, is it? I can't just take off now.
No, you can't.
I think if we make Bobby big screen,
We
then-
do the splash screen.
I didn't
Yeah.
come back
Yes.
as this,
That's
mate.
it.
Of course, you got to do that.
I nearly hit Rob's one.
Movies F2 report.
All right. considering how long ago it was. There we go. I'm big. You take
Rob.
Are we making movie full screen so I can also
Sorry, Rob.
refill this?
We can swap you out.
I was better run off.
What?
Oh. This is the professionalism of this. Okay, considering that F2 was over 2 weeks ago, and I'm going by my notes, which are very thing, I'll just give the quick review on this. So we're going back to Spain. Quali, it was dry, no real dramas whatsoever. Top 3, Berman, Fittipaldi, Dawn. That's it. So Dawn did really well in that. The sprint race, well, started off wet, so they're on there, but because F2 doesn't have an intermediate, it just has the full wet and then the 2 option tires for the track. So basically they were switching, everybody was on the wet tire until about 3 laps ago. There was an accident, can't remember who caused it, but then it was like a 3-lap sprint to the finish on that. And Vesti came out on top of that, Pouchet second and Martins third. Dawn finished 5th in that race. So yeah, feature race, surprisingly for F2, everything went pretty well. No safety cars, which I'm really surprised at. Usually we do get 1 or 2, depending on how people are driving, that sort of stuff. But yeah, from what I can remember, there was no safety cars. The best strategy was to go onto the option tyre first, which was the soft, and then switch over to the hard afterwards. So most of the people who were on that did pretty well. And then that ended up being Berman winning the feature race, Fittipaldi second, and Martins third. And Dawn finished 6th. So overall, not a bad weekend for Dawn. I was hoping he'd be in the podium positions, but you get what you dealt with there. So he did all right. Drivers' Championship, Vesti is first on 110 points. Pouchet, the Frenchman, which I'm hoping he might actually win the championship, but we'll see what happens. He's on 99. Iwasa, the Red Bull Academy driver, 82. Behrman's on 70. Good haul of points this weekend. Hauger's on 57, 5th. And Vercher is 6th on 50. Doing its 12th in the championship. Didn't write down the points he was on and has still scored all of his team's points. For the team's championship, we got Prema at 180 points. RGP 144 in second. Dams is third at 118. MP Motorsport 97, equal 4th with Roland Rodin Carlin as well on 97. And Campus is on 6th on 82 points. And basically that's it. I was hoping to do this the week after the race, but then certain things came up which I couldn't do anything. So yeah, I'm doing it 1 week before the qualifying and the racing comes up afterwards. So yeah, pretty much I'm done, Dave. You can bring everybody back in.
There we go. We're all back.
Yes. Almost. Somebody's hiding.
I'm trying to find a hat.
Oh, we're trying to find a hat. We are all professional here.
I've got this is definitely my favourite hat, Rob.
Which one's that one?
Is that your Lance Stroll one?
My Lance.
Oh, Aston Martin.
Oh yeah.
You got which one you got on this time?
My World Time Attack wearing hat. Grimspeed.
Oh, nice.
Grimspeed Racing.
Fair enough.
The hat.
Oh yeah, what was it? There's one other thing. Did you see Flavor Flav for the? Was he at Road America as well? Flavor Flav, or was he only Detroit?
Dave doesn't know who Flavor Flav is.
Yeah, it's
I
still
do now.
Doesn't now.
He's the guy who was Will Power's guest at the Detroit.
Yeah, so he wasn't at Road America.
So we did not discuss this though. No, actually, wait. Before we discuss that,
we did.
F2. My money's on Ollie Behrman.
What, to win the championship?
Yep.
Well, he's doing fairly well. He's doing really well.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can have weekends like that so he can actually reduce the point deficit he's currently behind Vesti, because Vesti's absolutely killing it as well.
Yeah, true.
Vesti's killing it, and Pouchet is just doing enough so he can stay second. But what's really surprising me, Guy Weiser.
Yeah.
He's actually doing really well.
Yeah. Bedman's had a couple of weekends where he's just no points at all.
That's the issue. He needs to be a little bit more consistent. It's his first year in F2, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a rookie, so he's doing really well for a rookie.
Yeah.
In F2, considering some of the other rookies and struggling a little bit more than what he is. But yeah, he's actually. Yeah. I could see him finishing top 3 at least.
Yeah. If he has a couple of good weekends.
Yeah. Depending on that. So Berman, they've got a decent car as well. So he's in a decent team, decent team. So yeah, it should be okay. It should be a good weekend.
There's no racing until the end of next month.
No. Start of next month. There's basically it's same as F1. They're racing at every single track as F1.
Okay. Yeah, sweet.
So we'll get Austria.
Yeah.
Then we'll get Silverstone.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the racing order without going into the. And I know Belgium's the last one, but I can't remember the one before that one.
Next one's Budapest.
Hungary. Yeah, that's what I missed. Hungary.
Zandvoort, Monza, and Yas Island.
Yas Island. You forgot the Americas.
Yes. No, that's it.
Oh no! You're talking about F2. Sorry, I'm thinking F1.
Yeah. Oh no, just F2.
So basically, they'll finish off at They'll do Zandvoort, and then we won't see him again until Yas Marina.
Monza.
Monza as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, Italy's dried up by then.
I think it already has.
No. Yeah. Did we talk about need to punch you in the face, willpower?
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about that. No.
Well, before you explain that, just quickly, F3 update. My man Mini is currently 4th. Just saying.
Okay.
Go Mini.
I can't remember who I was following.
Where's mine?
Who are you following?
I don't know. I was following somebody.
Tim Smith.
Write it down some?
Tim Smith is 22nd.
Yep, 0 points.
And Boogie was following. Who are you following, Boogie?
Didn't we write this down somewhere?
We probably did.
It's like 20 pages deep.
Was it right at the start of it or something? I'm trying to go through it.
Boyer. Dave was saucy.
I thought it was going for Bortolito.
No, E-Scooter's going after Bort.
E-Scooter's got Bort.
Is E-Scooter here?
Yeah, he should be.
Oh, he's there. He did.
So, yeah, I had Boyer. How's my man Boyer going?
Boyer is 14th.
How come I didn't get to pick Aaron Paul?
I don't know.
I do follow Sophia Flores, but
so currently I'm good at F3, not at F1.
Wow. Yeah, she's not doing very well in the car.
Hey, you had Villa Gomez, Rob.
Maybe.
According to this,
I changed it.
Tommy Smith.
To Tommy Smith. Needed to follow the Aussie.
Okay, fair enough.
What about Tommy Smith?
Tommy Smith is 22.
Yeah, 22. I don't know how they've picked 22 because pretty much from 20th down, got no points. Maybe it's amount of crashes he's had.
We call that
it would be the best result.
Yeah,
it'd have to be.
So, because Nikola Slov has got an 11th or 2 11th.
Okay.
Buta's had 1 11th. Tommy Smith has had a 12th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how.
Order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, back to F2.
Yep.
What's his name? The Aussie, Dylan.
Yeah.
You got to scroll down a bit for him. Why did he change teams? Because he was with.
I have no idea. Maybe because he changed Alpine. Maybe because he changed to an Alpine Academy driver instead or something like that.
He was Alpine anyway. Last year, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why
I'd say it's a budgetary thing with Alpine.
Yeah,
possibly.
maybe. Yeah, because the car just seems like a piece of crap, really.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
because I think you get what you pay for in those junior categories at times.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't always be
power
a
team.
Yeah.
So have we got Matt questions or?
I thought Rob was going to explain Grosjean, and then I have some questions.
Oh, okay.
No, I was not so much about that. More about the Scott Dixon willpower. Willpower wanted to have a little bust up, throw on the double birds, which was good to see.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah,
that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried afterwards when he had his kind of after qualifying where he had a bit of a meltdown. I thought, that's power gone for the rest of the year. But he seemed to be pretty jovial and back into it on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, because that was one thing.
They were talking to each other again anyway on Sunday as well.
Yeah, but see, Power used to, like, he would get down on a weekend and then he would have a terrible weekend. And that was one of the big things last year was that he got in his headspace right. And he'd be like, I got cut off in qualifying. That's fine. I'll just race to the front tomorrow. And then he would do that kind of thing. Whereas in previous years, he'd really be like, that guy cut me off or whatever. And it would just be a downward spiral and that'd be the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas obviously now his headspace is a lot better. He said, "All right, fine. We had an accident. That's it. I'll get angry for a little bit and I'll get over it."
Yeah, you just said the worrying thing was that you didn't see that anger last year.
No,
that he was a bit like, something happened, she'll be right, mate, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas this, he was like, fuck, we're back to like,
back to. But then obviously he's said, "All right, fine.
I've
let off
power.
some steam."
Yeah.
So I've let off some steam and I've gone, I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
Well, Matt's section is empty in the notes. Must mean.
First question. I actually noticed. So, Dave, you I know we've had these. You owned F1 like, I don't know, 2012 to 2018 or something. So every year you'd buy the new F1 game, right?
Oh, I think I had maybe 10, 12, and 14 or something.
Oh, so you bought them every second year, because that was my question. So the Sphere on Grass one, they release a new one every year, right? Because teams change and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'll buy one every 4 years because you can just update it yourself. With the F1 games, because except for the teams changing, the car, do they update the cars and stuff as well, or is it purely EA cosmetic?
I suppose the physics would get changed a bit, but that would probably be like the skin of the car to look like the current year car. And I would imagine, because I know, say, like from Grand Prix 2 back in the day, you could go into the back end of it or whatever, and you could change the horsepower of the cars and how much grip they had and what their tire wear was like. So I imagine that the EA stuff is set up similar to that, where like you go, okay, Red Bull has 100% grip, Mercedes and Aston Martin have 95% or whatever, down to, Haas has 24% grip or whatever. And then the power-wise, you do a similar thing. And then, Haas made 2% improvement last year and, things like that.
So basically, it's just an update, though. Like, it's not mostly, because I know with the other one, a lot of the time they just jokingly say it's, the year. Basically, they'll just put the year in, like, what's changed? Nothing. They've got.
I don't follow it that closely, but I think because 2010 was I think it might have been the first EA one on like PlayStation 3 or whatever that I had. So I bought that one. And then I think 2014 was actually on like a new game engine.
Okay.
So plus
they have updated the game engines.
Yeah. So you had like the new cars and that in 2014. Like that's when they went from the plus I think that was like a freshly designed game, which I'd imagine that they have updated at some point. Plus, you get the new tracks and stuff, depending on the years.
I've got 2018, which I think is good because that's when Max was still at Red Bull. So it's the happy timeline where he hasn't decided that he needs to, find himself and go on a spiritual journey. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the game engine that they use, doing a quick check, is actually called the Ego game engine. It was developed by Codemasters.
Yeah, because Codemasters did all the good games. Yep.
So basically, so the first game that actually used it was Colin McRae Rally Dirt. So that was the first game to use the engine. Yep, back in 2007.
Yeah, but they've done multiple builds now, haven't they? Because EA's got multiple ones. They've got the whatever Battlefield uses, whatever the round ball one uses.
So technically, they bought out Codemasters and have been using that on F1.
But the thing is,
2009.
If you wanted to, like, my other question with that was, so with the other one, you can play because there's multiple games you can play with the round ball, right? There's like different competitions. I imagine with the F1, you buy it, you race it, you do a career with your favorite racer, you complete a season, and then you just do multiplayer. Do most people then go back and go, you know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try to get Haas to win the championship just because it's funny to see a team that will never win, you win in a video game. Like, and then you buy it every year, or you just, from the sounds of it, you do it every second or third year.
I think it depends on the person. Like, there would be some people that would buy it every year.
I'll buy it every year.
My big thing was finding the time to play it and I found that I'd probably lean more towards like Gran Turismo because with the more limited time playing, it was a lot easier to just jump on Gran Turismo for an hour, say, whereas like to play F1 was a bit more like, right, I need to do a practice session, set the car up, then go and do qualifying and then go and do the race.
Oh, so you did the full thing. You did the whole...
Well, you would... Like, I'd find that you would have to set the car up to your liking. And even... I'm trying to... But you could steal, like, setups and that off the internet. But they didn't always... Like, people would be like, oh, I got this lap time or whatever off it. And you're like, no fucking way I can get that kind of lap time out of it. But then you might get a setup off someone else and you would actually go faster than what they did, kind of thing. So you're like, oh, their kind of setup suits my driving style. So but you'd have to spend time. And then I remember like I'd go off and like steal someone else's setups, but you'd still then you're like, right, but they run a bit too much wing or whatever. So you'd pull a little bit of wing out of it and stuff, and you would actually just have to check that kind of.
Also, even if you wanted to do one race, it would take you a couple of hours to.
Yeah,
that's what I was finding. It wasn't, and especially if you were like, if you had the AI or whatever turned down. Sorry. So you could like, and you went Red Bull now, you would go and win easily. But if you're being like, because I used to pick Williams a lot of the time, and at that point they were a bit more of a back marker, or kind of your midi field. So you would have to play with the setup to actually get into that battle, like where you were kind of just getting into Q3 and stuff like that. Whereas if you didn't play with the setup, you'd be down with the Mauritius and. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But you didn't buy it every year, like it wasn't an update that you had to rush out and get.
No, but I wasn't playing it enough by that point. I think, like, say in the old days with like GP2 and that, I was obviously that only came out like GP2. I think that came out in '96, and that was based on season '94. And that ran through to like 2000, I think it was, before GP3 came out. But you could, with it being on PC and that, it was very easy to update it.
Stuff.
Yeah. So you could get all the skins and whatever for the newer cars, and you'd update it so you had the current drivers and everything in it.
Yeah, because I was just playing 2018, and again, I haven't played any of the other F1 games, but my understanding is unless the course has changed, like because most of the tracks in 2018 are now
still
obviously, it doesn't have the Vegas track because you know, and it doesn't have. I don't think it's got Miami.
Yeah, the new
Wouldn't have Miami. Wouldn't have the ones that kind of came in COVID time, like Emilia Romagna or
That's right.
Imola for
2023 one does, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2023. And also, it wouldn't have also Zandvoort as well.
Yeah. Does 2023 get China?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You know what 2018's got that I don't think 2023 will have? Russia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
What? Something happened, I think.
I can't. Oh yeah. Old Mazerspin left, and he said, "I'm going home, and I'm taking my racetrack with me. I'm out of here." That's definitely what happened.
The race was at Russia though before Captain Spin was involved.
I believe he touched it for longest and said dibs, and then he said, "I've had enough. I'm going home." That's all that happened.
It had nothing to do with any annexing or anything like that.
Don't know what you're talking about, Dave. We're not a political show. I believe Mazepin just said, "I want to go live my life as a potato farmer, but I'm taking my racetrack with me. I'm off."
As long as I get to live in Monaco, all's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm going to live here with my two best mates, Stroll and Latifi, and we're going to be the best of friends.
All right.
And we're going to be driving forever. We'll never, ever get kicked out of the F1.
So with the tracks on F1 2023, just looking at it now, all of them are there that are they're going to be raced at. Also, they've got some bonus tracks.
Is China part of the calendar in the game?
No.
Okay.
But as a bonus track, you get Paul Ricard, Shanghai International Circuit.
Which version of Paul Ricard?
I have no idea. It just says Circuit Paul Ricard.
Yeah.
They're always conscious about like how much travel and stuff they do. They could just have every race at Paul Ricard and just use a different layout each time.
Yeah, or we could.
No.
That would be a surefire way that IndyCar would end up as the number one followed.
Yeah, exactly.
Open wheel series.
But also, I forgot the third track that they have is Portimao in Portugal as well. I wouldn't mind that coming back. I wouldn't mind Portimao coming back. That's a great track.
Hey, Bobby, is there any news of them bringing back the Adelaide Street Circuit as a DLC?
Probably not.
Just
unfortunately.
checking.
Do they laser scan the tracks like iRacing and that, or is it more?
No.
It'd probably be more of a.
Nah,
they wouldn't. Not EA.
They don't.
It's
I would
EA.
have thought by now EA does that because they do that with every other sport now.
They still haven't finished building the Las Vegas track, so they can't even laser scan that.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
True, but
EA wouldn't pay money to go do that.
Just out of interest, like Assetto Corsa and that, how do they?
Yeah.
That's laser scan.
Some Assetto Corsas are, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was just watching an ad for it today because I was.
that would be Assetto Corsa Competizione, ACC.
Yeah, that would have it.
That has laser scan tracks,
Okay.
but the original ACC doesn't. But a lot of those tracks are pretty good. There's a lot of like fan-made mods, fan-made tracks, which are using elevation and stuff from Google Maps and Google Earth, satellite imagery and stuff. But
I haven't done much on them, but like I did Bathurst on Assetto Corsa.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That felt really good.
Yeah,
it's a great track.
Yeah.
Like we had thanks to work, we were setting up the Ferrari GT3 cars to go around there because we had the livery with the work logo on it, and I think we were getting times. We're getting. I think one of the guys got down to a 2:04 going around Bathurst.
It's not bad.
Speaking of times, I told you guys, but I found out the Canada track was 10. What was it? 104. That was Max Verstappen, and I got 1:15. So I'm practically a Latifi on the Canadian track. I feel that would get me the back marker, being 11 seconds behind, right?
Is that still? Are they still got the 107% rule in Formula One?
Yeah. They haven't had to enact it for a while.
Yeah.
Which is probably a good thing.
Well, because Latifi's not there anymore.
Adelaide's
you haven't got the shit cars.
Adelaide Street Circuit, someone's made in the Assetto Corsa.
Is it?
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
now
it's
I
a
need
mod.
to buy a Assetto Corsa.
Would be a mod.
Is that the Grand Prix circuit or the Supercar circuit?
I cannot remember.
Do they have the bend?
The bend is a paid track you can buy.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I buy the game, I've got to pay more money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can. There's ways around it. I think they're usually pretty cheap. iRacing, you have to pay a yearly subscription and then have to pay for content. I worked out how much I spent on there a while ago, and it's horrible. It's horrible.
That sounds like me playing a certain game back in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Was it
Pokemon Go?
No. No. PC game. I'll just mention it as WoW.
Was it a world game? World of Funcraft.
World of Funcraft. Yes.
Oh wow.
I played that. I think I played that for about a year and a half or 2 years before I decided to quit. Before I quit.
Did you buy skins?
No, I never bought skins. No.
I made a mistake of buying a skin on Diablo.
Oh no!
I bought this horse thinking it was going to have all these good stats and stuff, and I realized after I bought it, it was just a skin. I was like, ripped off.
Like
you get given $10.95.
Oh my god!
Not happy.
Of course not. Just for a bit of digital art.
Yes,
it's worse than NFTs.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, what's wrong with monkey drawings?
Yeah, I
know.
Used to love watching people on Twitter get pasted for that. Just like everyone's taking a screenshot of their monkey and going, "Oh, look, I've got an NFT too now."
So Rob, are you telling me Assetto Corsa has Bathurst in it, and we can do Bathurst racing?
Yeah, we can set up the server doing Bathurst.
Yep.
Oh well, I think Assetto Corsa is currently on sale on Steam.
It's also if you get Beam, someone's actually made Bathurst in Beam as well.
Ooh.
Which is a hell of a lot harder to drive because if you have a little off, the car's a mess.
I've seen the Beam crashes and they look good.
Yeah, it's good fun. I like Beam.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's better than playing it on GT Sport. Bathurst on GT Sport is not as good.
Ew.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I haven't played it for a while.
I know. We had the simulator set up at work because we were doing that at trade shows. But then of course we had to switch. We had to switch to Assetto Corsa because of a major sponsor. That's all plastered on the GT on the GT Sport version.
It's like if McDonald's had a sponsorship at the KFC. And had KFC everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not exactly the best when you're trying to do a simulator at a trade show at a competitor's thing and you're racing around the track with the competitor's sponsorship all over it.
Yeah.
Just drive really, really fast past it.
Yeah. The problem is it stands out too much.
Smash into it and say I was blinded by it. It's all their fault. If I've learned anything in F1 movie, it's never your fault. It's always someone else's.
Yeah, I got blinded by something, or the person in front of me brake checked me.
Or it's raining only in my helmet. That's from the book of George.
That's from the book of George. Yes.
Yeah.
Georgisms.
I think we've
actually called that
covered
something.
everything, Dave.
I think we have.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
So is anyone going to actually watch any Pikes Peak or not really?
If I can watch any, I will.
It depends on
I
that. So
think
at least that's
Rob's
the
gonna
only
get
motorsport. If that's the only motorsport we've got this weekend,
Has there been any
Unless
time
there's
set
NASCAR.
yet, or is it still practice?
I think it's still practice at the moment. Because I'm seeing all the stuff on Instagram. Because I'm following a couple of drivers that are racing up there.
Yeah. Tuesday to Thursday qualifying.
Oh, so they're still in the middle of qualifying.
Yeah, there's only one test time up so far.
Okay.
2016 Ford pickup.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
That
Some of the
means
crazy.
the
Yeah.
remix
Trust me, Matt.
soon.
Matt. Some of the crazy redneck stuff that goes up there is nuts. Who's actually thing this year? Who's competing this year? I know there's a couple of Teslas again.
Is that Volkswagen still doing it, Rob? The Super Volkswagen, the ID.
Nah,
Nah.
it's pretty much
they-
smashed the time, but that time might actually get beaten.
This year.
Maybe. Yeah. I'll send you a video later. A guy on YouTube who's been doing a couple of videos each year about one of the cars. It's
Ooh.
quite interesting to watch. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
On
Yep.
that note, thanks
See you
everyone for
guys.
watching, and we'll see you all next week.
we'll
For the
just-
review, for the preview,
And there might
Previews.
be more Latifi driving, or
or a Pikes Peak. Some Pikes Peak review.
Latifi at Pikes Peak.
Latifi.
Hey.
Oh,
You heard it here first.
actually,
What's going on?
I could do something in an older Williams up a hill climb.
Perfect.
Maybe.
For that
We'll-
and more
we'll talk
rubbish
later.
next week. We'll see you then.
Adios.